Cool. A soft interview is a call that you make to the seller prior to meeting with them, typically the day before, because this is the information you're going to use in order to help you prepare for the appointment script. Now, one of the questions that you're going to ask in the soft interview is, are you meeting with other real estate agents? Diane, this is for you. Are you meeting with other real estate agents? You're probably going to hear yes. Occasionally, you're going to hear no, which means it's yours to get. Go get it. And when you hear yes, I'm meeting with other real estate agents, your follow-up question is, am I first? Or do you have any other appointments before me? Now, if you hear I have other appointments before you, I want you to do two things. Number one, I want you to deliver a pre-list package to their home or to their business prior to your appointment. That will increase the odds that they're going to keep the appointment with you, not cancel and list with the other agent that they're meeting with before you. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to get a verbal commitment from them that they're going to wait until they meet with you and simply, Diane, cool, I understand you have other appointments before me. If I can ask a big favor. And Diane would say, sure, John, what can I do for you? Would you promise me not to make a decision until you meet with me? That's it. Just get a verbal commitment that they're going to keep their promise, that they're going to meet with you. I promise you, it probably seems simple. And it works. All right, Diane, that was the question that you had for me, correct? It was, I want to make sure that I got the answer correctly.
Yes.
Okay, the next step is the day of the appointment. I want you to call ahead and confirm the appointment, as in, hey, Jonathan, John Dietz, Keller Williams Realty, just confirming that you and I are meeting today at 4 p.m. Jonathan says, yes. My response would be, awesome. Hey, before I let you go, just curious, if I were able to show you that I'm the right agent for the job, are you ready to list your home today?
No.
Cool. See you at 4. If he says yes, cool. See you at 4. Now, next step, because I forgot what number I'm on. You're driving on your way to the appointment. Call again. Teresa, this is John Dietz with Keller Williams Realty. Just want to let you know I'm on my way and I will be there right at 4 o'clock unless I run into traffic. And if I do, I'll give you a call.
Can't wait to see you.
Awesome. See you at 4. Next step, your Kodak moment. This is your 10 seconds at the front door in order to make a great first impression. Dress for success, dress professional, pay attention to the details. If you have dress slacks, dress shirt, nice tie, nice blazer, and your shoes look like you just went for a walk in the mud, all they're going to remember is your muddy shoes. Pay really close attention to detail. You have 10 seconds to make a great first impression. Part of that first impression is how you greet them at the door. In other words, knock, knock, knock. Clarissa answers the door. Hi, Clarissa. I'm John Dietz. I'm a real estate agent for Keller Williams Realty. I think we had an appointment for 4. It's pretty close to 4 o'clock, and I'm here. Aren't you lucky? Not a great first impression. Now, how about, hey, Clarissa, John Dietz, Keller Williams Realty. We had an appointment for 4 p.m. and it's 4 p.m. May I come in? All right. Which one do you want to show up your door? John Dietz 1 or John Dietz 2? Hopefully John Dietz 2. Thank you. Now, the moment I walk in the door, wow, you have a beautiful home. I am so excited to be here. Hey, before I go any further, would you like me to take off my shoes or are they okay? Cool. Now, Clarissa, what I'd love for you to do is take me on a tour of your home. However, first, I want to set my things down at the kitchen table. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Right. Why am I setting my things down at the kitchen table? That's where I want to meet with them. Most real estate agents would say, where would you like to sit? Big mistake. You're going to end up sitting in the living room on a couch 30 feet away from the homeowners. You're going to be sitting outside in South Florida, 95-degree heat and 100% humidity and sweats just pouring down you. Yeah, no. Where would you like? So I'd like to set my things down at the kitchen table. Now, as you take me on a tour of your home, I'm going to take lots of notes and I'm going to ask lots of questions because this, and I'm pointing at my notebook, because this is the information that I'm going to use to help you sell your home. How are we doing so far? Okay. Now you're going to end up back at the kitchen table. By the way, if you're watching today, if you're part of this class today and you're thinking you're skipping stuff, John, no, I'm not. I'm doing a lot of review. This is Mastering Your Listing Presentation Part 4. That means there's 3 videos before this. Go to my YouTube page and watch them. We go deep into each one of these steps. Now, I'm sitting at the kitchen table. Okay, I need a notebook. Larissa, would you be my role play partner? Yes. Are you okay talking? I am. Okay, good. So I was thinking about this on the way to work today, and I was thinking, you know, what would it look like if I were winging this? I wonder what it looks like for most real estate agents. So this is the first time I've done this, but let's give this a shot and see what that would look like, okay? If I'm a real estate agent and I'm winging this, I've got a listing appointment. How cool. Somebody says, John, I'm thinking of selling my home and I'd like to meet with you. Awesome. Holy cow, now what? So I'm sitting at the kitchen table. This is me winging it. So Carissa, yeah, I'm excited to be here today. And we're here to talk about getting your home sold, right?
Yes.
Okay. So why are you selling your home?
I got a new job. I need to be in Washington, D.C. by August.
Okay.
And I'm ready to sell.
Okay.
So we can relocate, purchase something in D.C.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I'm Billy Bob with Ego Realty. So why do you think I'm the right agent for the job? I'm winging this.
I don't know if you are the right agent for the job.
Okay. So let's talk about what I'm going to do to get your home sold. I think I would do that. This is me winging it. Let's talk about what I'm going to do to get your home sold. So this is our marketing plan. Here's beautiful pictures that our company has created showing what we're going to do to market your property. Here's all the websites where your home is going to be featured. You know, I've been a real estate agent for blah, blah, blah. I sell blah, 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 and I'm better than anybody else because of blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Right? And, you know, according to the comparables that we're looking at, I think market value for your home is $500,000.
You think? Okay.
Yeah. What would you like to sell your home for?
Well, I've looked at some of the things on Zillow and Realtor.com, and some of the stuff that's going on sale in my area is about $650, $660.
So if I were willing to list your house for $650, would you hire me? I'm winging this.
We can talk. I mean,
so
possibly,
I'm the best realtor in town. I've got the best marketing in town. Here's everything what we're going to do to get your home sold. You want $650,000 for your home, right? Yeah. And even though I know it's worth 500, side note, I'll list your home for 650. Matter of fact, we could list it for 700. Why not shoot higher?
And what's your commission?
Oh, what do you want to pay me?
I have a choice. Okay. 2.
I'm good with that. So I'll list your home for 2% at $700,000. Does that sound okay?
Wow.
You ready to get started?
Maybe.
All right, so let's stop. Did that feel weird? Felt weird to me.
Totally.
Totally weird. I mean, that's like going to the doctor and the doctor saying, what do you think's wrong with you? I don't know. Something hurts inside my stomach. What do you think we should do? I don't know. Operate. Okay, get on the table and I'll start operating. All right, let's do it for real, right? I'm getting weird looks in the room, guys. Like, John, what are you doing? So Clarissa, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. You know, it's honor and a privilege to discuss the possibility of the Dietz team representing someone in the sale of their home. So thank you. Yeah, I'd like to start by sharing my mission statement with you. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Cool. You see, my mission is to meet your goals and exceed your expectations. Now, because of that mission statement, whenever I meet with a potential homeowner, seller, buyer, client, one of 3 things typically happens. By the way, whenever I do that, I'm not doing that at the kitchen table. That's for you guys. In other words, you can fill in the blank and use whatever word is comfortable to you. So whenever I meet with a potential seller, one of 3 things typically happens. one of those three things will probably happen today. Either number one, they understand and appreciate the benefits that I have to offer and they hire me, which is awesome. The second thing that happens every so often is they don't hire me, which quite honestly isn't so awesome. And then the third thing that occasionally happens is I may choose to turn down the opportunity.
Okay, and why would you choose to turn down the opportunity?
So that's such a great question. I'm really glad you asked. You see, if I feel that a homeowner has a goal that I cannot meet or exceed, if they have a goal or an expectation that I cannot meet or exceed, I would rather turn the opportunity down today than let you down 6 months from now. Does that make sense? Yeah, very good. So Clarissa, in order for me to know if I can meet your goals, I need to ask you a couple of questions. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Cool. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being awesome, what's one thing that needs to happen in the sale of your home that would cause you to consider the experience of 10?
I need it sold by July, around the 25th.
Okay.
Just to play it safe.
Okay. So we want to get your home sold by July 25th. Perfect. Tell me, why is that important to you?
That's when we're gonna move. We're gonna relocate. I have the truck plan, everything. We're leaving on the 25th. So I would like for it to be sold, done, transaction over by the 25th.
And where are you moving to?
Washington, D.C.
Okay. And what's in Washington?
Family.
Got it. So we're moving to Washington, D.C., and we need to have your home sold by the 25th. And we're moving to Washington, D.C. in order to be near family. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that's important to you about having your home sold by July 25th?
Well, that's the money I need to use to purchase my downsizing place.
Okay, so we're moving to the next goal then. So if you could tell me another goal that would cause you to consider the experience a 10 plus, what's the next goal?
Price.
Price. And Clarissa, what does that look like? What price is it that you need in order for this to be a 10?
Everything that I've seen, it says 625, 650, around that price range.
Okay, so $625,000 to $650,000. And what does that do for you?
That would provide the opportunity to pay off the mortgage that's left and get into something really nice. What we're talking about.
So it gives you an opportunity to pay off your mortgage and buy a new home. And it sounds like this new home is your retirement home, right? Awesome. Okay, so Clarissa, if we can accomplish a third goal, so that this was a 10 plus experience, what's the next goal?
I need somebody who's going to be in there making sure everything's done. I don't have the time because I'm trying to finish up, tie up loose ends here, trying to plan in DC. So I need this to be a smooth transaction.
Okay, so smooth transaction, no hassles. And tell me, what does that look like?
Whatever you need, I get it for you, but outside of that, you just making sure everything's in order when it comes to.
Okay. Got it. Now, Clarissa, if we could nail one of these goals and maybe barely miss the other two, if you had to choose one, what's number one?
The timeline, definitely need it sold by the 25th.
Okay, so if we had your home sold by the 25th, remember, logic makes us think, emotion makes us act. So I'm going to go deep on emotion as often as possible because I want Clarissa to do what? I want her to act. And the action that I'm looking for is hire me. Okay. if we can have your home sold by July 25th so that you could move to Washington, D.C. in order to be near your family, and you're in D.C. On time and you're with family. However, we got a little bit less for your home than you thought you were going to get. And maybe there were a few speed bumps along the way. I mean, it's not a total disaster, but there's a few speed bumps. Is that still a 10?
Few speed bumps, yes.
Mhm.
A little under asking price. Yes.
Okay.
A little.
Okay. So if you had to choose between having your home sold by July 25th so that you could be in DC with your family, or $625,000, which one of those two would you choose?
Definitely be in DC.
Got it. Okay, so timeout. Really critical information, right? Later, when we're going through comparables, Clarissa is going to get reattached to the price. She's going to forget logic and she's going to go straight to emotion. And this is all based on experience. It's not based on predicting the future. I don't have a crystal ball here, but I have been on thousands of listing appointments. So I know what she's going to do. And she's going to get reconnected or attached to her price. And if I didn't go through this exercise, then I don't have the information that I need in order to help her make a better decision. For example, later on, fast forward to the pricing conversation. When Clarissa says, I have to get 650, one of my responses would be, if the market says no, not me, because I think your home is absolutely beautiful. And if the market says no, what's plan B? And be quiet. It's going to be uncomfortable for the seller. Let it be. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. I want Clarissa to start talking about what plan B is. And plan B is she's not in DC with her family, or she's renting out her house. In the meantime, the market could shift and the value of her home is actually coming down. In the meantime, more homes could be going on the market, and now it's more competitive and harder to sell her home. Is this making sense? Nod your head. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there. Okay, good. All right. So Clarissa, back in the role play. If we had your home sold in time for you to be in DC by July 25th in order to be with your family, cool, right? And we got as close to your price as possible, and there were a few speed bumps along the way. Would that be a successful sale?
That would be successful.
Got it. Now, if we could accomplish a second goal and miss the third, what's the second most important goal?
Second goal will be the price.
Price. Okay. So we have your home sold by July 25th so that you can move to DC in order to be with your family. And we got close to 625, a little less, but close. And there were a few more speed bumps than you expected, a few more hassles than you expected. Is that a successful sale?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, outside of the role play, later, during the transaction, when everything is going crazy, because it's not smooth. Do we have a lot of smooth transactions in today's real estate market? Say no.
No.
Do we have a lot of challenges in today's real estate market? Say yes.
Yeah.
Later, when things are going sideways and Clarissa's mad and she's angry at me because things are going sideways, I'm going to be able to go back to this conversation. I'm simply going to say, you know, Clarissa, let's go back and revisit your goals and your expectations. Here's what you were looking for. You wanted a contract that would get your home closed so that you can move to DC by July 25th. Do we have a contract on your home that gets you to DC by July 25th? We do. Awesome. And you wanted to get as close to 625,000 as possible. And we have a contract at 620. So did we hit that goal?
Yeah.
And you told me those were your number one and your number two goals, right?
Mhm.
We're dealing with some speed bumps, aren't we?
Yeah.
And you're not happy.
Mhm.
Now, what if everything was going really smooth and we had no speed bumps, but your home sold for much less than 625 and you're not in DC until September?
Wouldn't be happy at all.
So how you doing now?
Um,
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You're a counselor. I don't know if they told you that in real estate school, but you are. You're a social worker, you're a counselor, you're fill in the blank. Is this making sense, guys?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Clarissa, back in the role play. If I was able to demonstrate that I'm the right agent for the job in order to get these goals accomplished, would you hire me today?
I would, but I have another scheduled meeting with the real estate agent later on this afternoon.
Okay, cool. Let's get started. Now, no matter what the seller says, it's a transition to how you're going to get their goals accomplished. And they say, yes, I would hire you today. Awesome. Let's get started. No, I wouldn't hire you today. Awesome. Let's get started. I don't know. Awesome. Let's get started. It doesn't matter what they say. I need to take the dog for a walk. Awesome. Let's get started. Whatever they say, it's awesome. Let's get started. Now, Clarissa, what I'd like to share with you next is my plan in order to get your home sold so that you can get to DC by July 25th in order to be with your family. My plan in order to get you as close to that $625,000 price that you want for your home, and my plan in order to make sure that we have a smooth transaction. Ready to get started?
Just reset.
Now, here, this is satisfying their needs or accomplishing their goals and create an 8.5 by 11 bullet point presentation of this is what I do to get your home sold, right? And everybody's is going to be different because you all have different marketing strategies, and don't overcomplicate this. Don't overthink this. This is simple. It really is. And I listed an average of 12 to 15 homes every single month. And I'm not saying that to brag, it's just a fact and its validity. Here's what I would do to get your home sold page. If I were meeting with you right now, I'm gonna have your home staged by a member of my staff. Once your home is staged, we're gonna schedule photographs with a professional photographer. These are bullet points, right? Aaron says with Aaron. Yeah, sure, with Aaron. We're going to have your home photographed with a professional photographer. Once we've done that, we're going to enter your home into the MLS, and your home is going to be on over 300 websites. We also need to talk about our strategy in order to hire buyer calls. Now, here's where you're going to have an advantage over your competition. Clarissa, have you ever called for information off a real estate sign?
Yes.
And what were you looking for? Like the price of the home, right? Yeah. And what typically happened? Did somebody answer the phone, or did it go to voicemail, or was it picked up by a receptionist? Had to leave a message. How did you feel about that? Okay. Now you're a potential buyer and you're looking for information on that property, right?
Yes.
And you got voicemail. Was there ever a time where you just hung up the phone and said, forget it, it's not that important? Okay, now that's your home being sold. And a buyer is calling for information on your home, and they're getting voicemail, and they're hanging up the phone. How do you feel about that? Not good. Do you want to hire that agent? Yeah. So can I share with you what my strategy is? Yeah. First of all, when a phone call comes in on your sign, it is going to be answered by one of the members of my team. If at all possible, we're answering the phone. We also have, now I'm going to get outside of role play and explain something to you guys and give you a little bit of a homework assignment. We had, the deeds team, we had an 800 number for buyers to call for recorded information. Now, when they called that number for recorded information, it gave them all of the information they were looking for. So they were happy However, it did not give them the price. Now, when they called that number, it would send a text message to my phone. It would send a text message to the phone of everybody on my team, letting me know that Billy Smith just called for information on 123 Main Street. It would give us Billy Smith's contact information. So it was a lead capture system. And the standard for the agents on our team is they had to return that call within 3 minutes. They had to call Billy and say, hey, Mr. Billy, this is John Dietz. I'm a buyer's agent for the Dietz team. And I see that you called for information on 123 Main Street. And this is just a courtesy call to make sure you got the information you were looking for. Well, it didn't tell me the price. Cool. Now that's an opportunity for one of our buyer agents to convert that buyer call into a buyer appointment. But back to the listing presentation, Clarissa, if I had a system in which buyers could get information on your property without actually even talking to a real estate agent, and they were getting all of the information they wanted, and we were capturing the buyer's contact information, and we were calling them back within 3 minutes. As a homeowner, how do you feel about that?
I feel good about that.
Much-
Get the information.
Yeah, much better, right? Okay. Now I'm going to pause and we're going to close here. And I promise you, I'm going to pick up here tomorrow. And I realize this is really repetitive, isn't it? Yeah. Doing that on purpose. Not to bore the life out of you. I promise. I'm doing that because repetition is the mother of learning. The more we do this, the better you're going to get. Okay, this is your opportunity to really beat the competition, because I'm telling you, the competition doesn't do this. And for everybody that's with Keller Williams, which I think is everybody on the call, it's definitely everybody in the room, Command, it's coming, where you will be able to text Kelly as a buyer and you'll get all the information that you want on your phone. The buyer will. Plus they'll get a branded message from you, the real estate agent, with your contact information, your beautiful picture, your phone number, everything. And that information is going to get dumped right into Command with a follow-up task for you to call them. It's coming, I promise you. It's super cool. This is your opportunity to beat the competition because they're not doing this. This is a big deal. All right, give me a couple ahas and we're going to break. Crickets. Somebody talk.
I had a question actually.
All right, so I've got 2 on Zoom and Clarissa. Clarissa first.
Talk about repetition, and it is how we learn over and over again. And just being in the office, I can just see your mannerisms and your facial expressions, and they're so consistent, so absolutely consistent.
So I came from a school teacher, pretty cool. It's a habit. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I'm performing there and whatever. All right, Paige, I heard you. Talk to me.
Yeah, this was a new value to add about the 800 number, capturing their information. And I'm sure you'll say it again, but I didn't write down every word you said about it, but it's a new thing.
Good.
To add value.
Yeah, Google that. You'll find that there's plenty of companies. Arch Telecom was the company that I used, by the way. And there are plenty of companies that provide this service. I was spending $40, $50 a month on Arch Telecom, getting anywhere from 20 to 30 leads a week. Not bad. Okay, somebody else.
Me.
Talk to me.
On the part where you say to the person, either, three things are going to happen today. You're either going to hire me, but on the second one, you may not hire me. Is it okay, which I didn't hear because in one of the presentations is, I'd like the opportunity to know why, or no, you don't ask that.
The opportunity to know why you wouldn't hire me?
Right. Or you don't
Well,
say that then. You're just saying, hey, 3 things are going to happen today. You're either going to hire me.
it.
Awesome.
Yep,
Okay.
that's it. We're just setting expectations for the meeting. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I've got 9:33, which means I'm 3 minutes late for my leadership huddle, which means they're not very happy with me right now. So everybody.
I
make it a
haven't been
great
happy
day.
all week with you.
Whatever. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Tomorrow.
Bye.